essential element of a nonfiction book introduction is why. Short for, why do I care? Also known as, so what? When you write a book, people are paying to read what you have to say. Now, there's a little bit different in, like, maybe an academic context where people might have to buy the textbook and they're giving a lecture and you're the one who is forced to go for that required unit. But most of the time with your writing, people are reading it because they want to, they have a choice. You need to prove that it's worth it for them to read your writing as opposed to anything else they could be doing right there. I want you to imagine that your introduction is like an interview for a job. If you sit at an interview and you're telling them where you completed your studies, you're telling them the different things your boss used to do, you're telling them your previous work history, they won't hire you. Why? Because what they want to know is what you can offer to them when they employ you. How are you going to help them achieve their mission and their objectives? What skills and value will you add to their organization? The same is true for your book introduction. It's like a job interview. Your reader is deciding, should I pay you? And what services are you going to offer me? How are you going to help me accomplish my mission and objectives? If they don't know that, and if you don't tell them why, they won't continue to read and they won't buy that book. If they're browsing in the bookshop, they're going to just put it back. If they're scanning online, they're not going to press that subscribe button to read the rest of the article preview. They're not going to follow that blog. They're not going to keep watching this movie or keep reading your application for your book to be published. You need to convince your reader that it is worth their time and their money to buy and read your book or your article or whatever it is. Because they're deciding whether or not to pay you. They're deciding whether or not to hire your services for the time that they will be reading that book. And so you need to offer them something. Maybe tell them how it will help their life. If it's nonfiction, that could be a very practical way. This book is going to help you relate with your employer better. This book is going to help you make money. This book is going to help you find someone to date. This book is going to help you invest. It could be very direct. Or it could be, this book is going to teach you about Kenya's history. This book is going to give you a new perspective on your faith. For a fiction book, maybe it's a little bit less direct. You have to show how you're going to entertain your reader. That it's worth their time, because they're going to find it an enjoyable experience. So when I introduced this presentation, I said it would help your life by enabling you to introduce anything, and so that anyone would want to hear what you have to say if you would use this formula. Was that exciting? As opposed to this only applies to nonfiction book writers. It gave you a little bit more incentive to listen for the session.